Like, he's obviously got.
Look, you're making me look terrible.
He's got some mouthing issues, obviously.
So the primary thing you're having is just like this exuberant kind of like jumping, mouthing stuff.
And
doing it to everybody.
He'll jump on everybody.
Yeah.
And I think he's going through this second teething phase where he's kind of. He gets so excited and he's very excitable.
He's excited, but he's treating people like dogs. You see, like all the stuff, like the biting stuff. That's what a dog would do with another dog. So it's not abnormal. It's not nasty behavior. It's just inappropriate for this species.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if there was a bunch of dogs out here, that'd be totally cool, and the dogs would be like, "Oh, that's great," but people aren't into it. Gnawed on.
Yeah.
And jumped on like that. So it's just he doesn't know. He hasn't learned to distinguish between like, okay, this is how I interact with people, this is how I can interact with dogs.
But it's just me and him.
Yeah, no big deal.
It takes.
Right.
And he listens well.
He listens.
Hey, sit down. Hey, Buckley, come here. Come here. Come here. Sit down. Hey. It's hard to get him to do anything when he's not on people. I know. Buckley, come here.
Well, did she say why he was called the worst dog she'd ever
Well, he was biting her, like, and she's funny. She said not in a playful way, in a vicious,
kind of strong.
Yeah.
Okay. Grooming's a challenge.
Grooming's a big. Yeah, I can't even. I mean,
when was the last time he was groomed? Was that it? The last chance?
That was that was it.
Okay. So. Just get your fun out, buddy. Get your last arouse out. He's got no concept of like human space, pushing into people, jumping, paws. No concept of it at all. We'll bring him back. Fantastic young man. We'll go for one. It's gonna be fun. Hey everybody, it's Sean with The Good Dog, and we just picked up a new dog named Buckley, and we've got some before footage, which I presume if you're watching this, you've probably seen the before footage, with me getting my hands chomped on and mauled. Nothing aggressive, but really bad manners. Really bad manners. He's been titled as the worst dog ever for Hollywood Mobile Dog Groomers, so he's got a rep that follows him. So you've seen the footage. He was pretty snotty, and a lot of jumping, a lot of mouthing, just real knucklehead behavior. So what we're gonna do is, he's on a flat buckle, which is what the owner's been using. So we're gonna put him on a prong. I'm gonna just start the first few minutes of just kind of like building a relationship with him, letting him know there's gonna be some new boundaries, some new rules, and humans are actually gonna be in charge. So we'll check it out and see what we get with him, okay? Well. So I'm just gonna take a link out of this. Go. Extra link here. We're going to take off this monster rope leash. Okay. So I don't think he's ever been on a prong before. So be careful that I don't like overwhelm him with it. Just let him kind of get used to it. He's probably going to give us some chaos, canine chaos, which he was giving us even with the flat buckle. So I would expect no less with this. But just so people don't presume that it's because of the prong that we're getting this behavior, seeing as we saw all this stuff even on a flat buckle. So let him kind of get his yaw-yaws out, as they say. I'm going to start with getting him to pay a little attention. Good. So this is a real simple conversation between me and Buckley, which is just that when you pay attention to me, it gets really comfortable. When you don't pay attention, it gets mildly uncomfortable. And the trick is having the timing be just right with the leash pressure, that as soon as he does pay attention, that pressure goes away. So we start building a good conversation through the leash straight away, which puts us in a good space to get great stuff. We're already seeing him calm down a little bit. This is obviously not like super high-tech stuff I'm doing, but it's just a little conversation between him. Now I could come out of the box real hard and firm with this and overwhelm him with the prong collar, but it's not really what I'm looking to do. I'm not looking to bully him into submission. I just want to let him know that there's going to be a new set of rules. I like to do it in the most comfortable fashion and the least invasive and least dramatic fashion as possible. So I can just be calm and easy with him. I can actually calm him down through both my energy, my intention, what I'm creating here, using the collar right, using the right tools, and just communicating real simply through the leash. Now, if I pull real hard on this leash, we're most likely going to get him jumping up and going bananas and the whole thing. So, just an easier way to kind of work through this. And we're doing such small circles just because it's shady right here. It's pretty hot outside. I'm a big baby, so keep my Irish skin in good shape, or good shape as possible. Whenever I bring a new dog in, I always like to take it for a walk first. So that's how I get the relationship started between me and the dog. We just picked him up. We've only had him for a short amount of time. I mean, literally, maybe this is 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes into him actually being out of the car with us since picking him up. So you're watching how quickly a dog can transform from being in this kind of bozo mode to more tuned in, more respectful. Doesn't have to take a long time. Now I'm using just small little pops, if you can even call them that. I tend to call them more of a communication than a pop because it's not really strong. It's just letting him know that moving out in front of me is something I'm not looking for. Like we showed in the beginning in the pickup video, tons of jumping. I guess he's made himself pretty unpopular at his place that his owner works at, which is, you know, a pretty hip spot that's frequented by some, you know, well-heeled folks and all the assistants that work there. A lot of females wearing, like, you know, dresses and shorts, and I guess he's been doing a fair amount of jumping, scratching, mouthing, and not making himself very popular with the ladies, which is most unfortunate. So we're going to address the jumping, we're going to address the mouthing, general just kind of pushiness and disrespect for people, which he's got a lot of. No one's really shared any rules or any consequences for behavior with him. So for him, it's kind of like the Wild West. He runs around and he treats people just like he would dogs. It's very typical behavior, you know, all the stuff he's doing, jumping, pushiness, mouthiness, not having any consequences or any structure or any rules explains exactly why that stuff's going on. It's not his fault. And that said, it's all pretty normal, typical stuff if a dog is left to his own devices. So what I want to show you is how to fix that stuff, because I think it's probably the most common thing that owners have to deal with. And what's really unfortunate is that I think it causes a lot of dogs to end up being surrendered for really simple stuff that you can fix in a few days, if not a week or two, something like that. Our goal with shooting these videos is going to be to show you how to get the same thing that we're getting with Buckley with your own dog if you've got issues similar, or even if you've just got a few of the problems that Buckley's got. What we're going to show you with him is how, with very simple tools and a very simple approach, how we can turn that stuff all around just by setting some rules with him, consequences for unfortunate choices such as, you know, mouthing and jumping, things like that, and show you how to get the same thing if you've got something similar with your dog going on. So this stuff doesn't have to take forever, and it's not rocket science, and it's not super complicated. So we're going to show the dog what we want, nice and fair, nice and easy with him, and then we're also going to show the dog what we don't want. And so the more information we give him, obviously the easier it is for him to learn, the more quickly he's going to learn, the more happy we're going to be with him, the more happy the relationship's going to be all the way around. 2 minutes with him, got the relationship kind of started. Everybody always asks me, like, what do you mean by relationship, Sean? Well, this is the beginnings of it. So a simple, easy, primal activity like the walk is how we get started, and we move out from there. So now we're going to start the next stage of relationship, which is going into our place. How do we do it? How do we introduce him? How do we set boundaries? How do we set the tone for how he's going to interact in this place? There's a place with a different kind of value to it, right? No. Go. Back up. So, nope, go. No barreling into the house until well, not even after I invite him, he's not allowed to barrel in. Some little, just, see, leash is loose. Some little pops, let him know he's got to wait. Okay. So, belt, watch out. Can you just shut that door for me? So, check this behavior out, right? So, what we see is a really, really submissive, somewhat unsure, insecure dog around these other dogs. So let's take him outside, see what we get. We're going to check out his jumping and mouthing stuff, which he gave us a lot of at the other place. Okay. So he's not allowed to bolt out of the door. Okay. Some more of the relationship stuff we always talk about. So we start off with a nice easy thing of like, hey, there's boundaries at the doors. You got to pay attention to humans. So let him sniff. Sean, why don't you come down here and see if he wants to jump like that. Yep. 2 fingers. Really easy stuff. All I'm doing is saying that thing that you're doing right there, I don't like. So once again, like I explained on the walk, go ahead, you can engage with him. You want to see like how long does it take for him to figure out that jumping isn't a cool thing and that there's something more rewarding he can do. Nope. I mean, you can see that the pressure on the leash is so minimal, it's next to nothing, but it's a consequence he's never had before for jumping up. Usually people just push him away. So, once again, just like what I was talking to you guys about.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Once again, just like I was talking to you guys outside on the walk, was that the basis of all this training is really simple. That it's really comfortable to do what I want you to do, and it's mildly uncomfortable to do what I don't want you to do. Super, super simple. So right now he's learning that jumping's uncomfortable. Hanging out with us is really comfortable. So super easy stuff for him. So let's check it out, see if he wants to get active with Sean. Wants to be crazy. Hey, come on. What you doing, bud? So I can also be... Nope. See, he's already thinking. You can see he's actually making choices now. Go ahead, you keep petting him. There you go. Ready? Nope. Once again, I want you guys to see 2 fingers holding this leash. We're not talking about a lot of leash pressure, but he's surprised by it. He's never had that sensation before. That's why you hear the vocalization. Not because it's a painful thing necessarily, it's because it's a surprising thing. What you doing, bud? What you doing? Hey!
Come on, bud!
So, and I'll also correct him for mouthing. So anybody wants to like use their hands and like pet him, see what he does. Shawnee boy, you want to go up and say hi? That's already like light years from where he was, you know, just an hour ago at his play. Already making way better choices. How does that happen? Simple stuff. A little bit of rules, a little bit of consequences, and a good tool. Who's chewing their fingers over there? Sound like a whistle. So that's how quick dogs can move through this stuff. This guy's been labeled as such a bad guy, such a horrible guy. It's really easy stuff. It's just you need the right approach. Right tools, right approach. Right? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what are you doing? Hi. So good choices? Good choices. All right.